All right, here we go, Camaro fans. This is Gauze Garage coming to you from Englewood, Florida, Cars and Coffee. And you are looking at a pretty damn rare Camaro 67. As you can see, the vent wings. And this was a mother-in-law's car, and with a super rare yellow interior that I have never seen in my life. And what we've got here is we've got the owner, Dennis. Dennis, can you give us the breakdown on what this car is, the backstory, and etc.?
Yeah, my mother-in-law had purchased the car in the early 80s, and it had been cosmetically restored. It had been painted a burgundy color, and it had just a generic black interior. I eventually took the car. It had been sitting in a garage for like decades. I took the car, and my goal was to bring it back to its original color combination, because when I looked at the tag on the firewall, I found it was originally butternut yellow with a black vinyl top and a yellow interior, which I had never even seen before.
Definitely female market car, right?
Over the course of quite a few years, I started taking it apart and just getting everything ready to have it repainted. I gutted the interior, took everything out of it. I had to repaint the dash pad back to gold, and do the door sills and quarters, repaint them. Got everything pretty much done on the inside. Then I took the car apart to get it ready for paint. It's going to be a color change, so I took the fenders off and took basically the whole car apart, jammed the inside of the engine compartment and the door jambs, did the trunk, and then brought it and up to the paint shop and had the car painted. And actually had it painted at Mako. They did a really nice job.
You know what? I looked it over. It looks really, really good.
So,
there's nothing to apologize for on it. And what did they do? They did original single stage, right?
Yeah, single stage. Yeah, they basically had to sand it and put a primer sealer on it because it had lacquer underneath. And they sanded it and they painted it in the original butternut yellow, single stage urethane.
Okay.
Stand up a lot better than the old.
Cool. So show us around. Let's look at that interior, man. You know what? For you Camaro guys, have you ever seen an interior like this? This is brand new, legendary, right?
Yes.
Wow. And you did all of this interior, right?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
I dyed all the panels and painted the dash and dash pad, re-dyed that, and I had the seat covers done at a local shop.
And Legendary just started popping these out, right?
Yeah, I probably got this interior set maybe about a year ago, but I had looked high and low, and there was no yellow interior, deluxe interior listed. All of the vendors.
Oh, okay.
I just happened to kept trying, and one day I just happened to go online and
there they were.
The yellow with gold.
How long did it take to get them?
It took probably a couple of months, I think.
Yes, because that's what a lot of guys are saying. 6 months, 7 months for certain ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had seat belts. I had to find seat belts that had seat belts in it.
Ah, very good. And I noticed this car came from where you're from, right?
Yeah, I came from Bovey Chevrolet in Middletown, Rhode Island, originally.
Rhode Island, okay.
Yeah, I just got the shipping notice. NCRS has a service where you send them the VIN number, and for a fee, they'll tell you when the car was made, when it was shipped, and the dealer that it was originally shipped to.
Ah, very good.
That's a little bit of documentation.
You know, that's a lot like the Marty reports from Ford.
Yeah.
Something that Chrysler is severely lacking in.
Yep.
Wow, you even did all the trunk and everything. Look at you, man. Wow, this is nice, brother. Very, very cool. You know what? You're looking at like basically the way the car came from the factory. Except from the factory, you'd have like, what, 14-inch steel wheels or something like that?
I don't know initially what it had, The rims, I had seen the steel wheels underneath the black, and the paint was yellow, so it probably had the small hubcaps with the yellow painted rims.
That's right.
But I like the look of the Rally, and these are 15, so they fill the wheel wells up a little bit.
Yeah, it sure does, man. Fills up the wheel wells and
fits better, I think.
And you have to admit, Mako did one hell of a nice job.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
I made it easy for them by doing all the jam work. Stripping the whole body out.
You pop open the hood. Let's take a look at the Tower of Power in there.
Yeah, there's 155 throbbing horsepower.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The 155 horse, the big six, right?
The big six, the 250.
Cool. The big six. Look at that.
The 230 was the standard 6.
Oh, okay. So you had a 230 and the optional 250.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Like the 327.
Powered drum or disc brakes?
These are drum brakes.
Drum brakes. So powered drum brakes.
Yeah, I had actually added the power booster because the manual drum is.
Yeah, I understand that, man.
My wife's going to be driving it, and you want to have to 2-foot it to get the thing to stop.
Well, so definitely worth covering this car, Dennis.
You got a 6-cylinder in this guy.
Yes, and you know what? The best thing about it is that the yellow interior is what sets it off. You know.
I get a lot of compliments on the interior.
So, thanks for sharing the car, Dennis, and good pickup. And I'm glad you're keeping it in the family, man. All right, brother. This is Gauze Garage. Thanks for tuning in. Englewood, Florida, Cars and Coffee.